Have you ever had a moment where you try to do something that used to feel easy and suddenly it doesn't? Maybe it's getting up off the floor or reaching for something overhead, and you catch yourself thinking, I used to be able to do that. But there's another version of that story that happens too. Sometimes it isn't that we can't do something anymore. Sometimes it's that we won't. We stop getting down on the floor. We avoid certain movements. We simply stop practicing the things our body used to do naturally. And over time, those won'ts slowly become can'ts. Most people assume that's just part of getting older, but often the real issue isn't aging, it's something else. The challenge we face isn't aging. The challenge we face is a lack of movement health. We're living longer than ever before, but longevity doesn't automatically mean independence. Living longer only works if your body can still handle what daily life asks of it. Traveling with ease, keeping up with grandkids, moving confidently through everyday activities. When those things start to feel difficult, life itself starts to feel smaller, and those abilities come from movement health. Movement health is the ability to move well, often and with confidence at every stage of life. It's not about chasing peak performance, it's about maintaining capability, feeling confident that your body can handle what life asks of it. Because when movement feels available to you, life opens up. You say yes to experiences, yes to travel, yes to getting down on the floor, yes to playing, exploring, yes to participating. Your life isn't limited by what your body can't do. It's supported by what your body can do. That's what movement health protects, not just fitness, but the freedom to live a full and active life. This is where an important distinction shows up. Fitness is often about performance. Movement health is about capability. Fitness might involve running faster or lifting heavier. Movement health means you can squat down, rotate, bend, walk, and recover your balance when life demands it. And those abilities protect something incredibly important: your independence. Now, the human body is incredibly adaptive. It responds to what you ask of it, and it also responds to what you stop asking of it. If we stop bending, we slowly lose the ability to bend. If we stop rotating, that range of motion disappears. If we stop getting down and back off the floor, eventually that becomes difficult. Not because the body is broken, but because the body has adapted to doing less. Over time, it simply forgets those patterns. But the encouraging part is the body can remember again when it's exposed to those movements. And this isn't just theory. Research consistently shows that adults can improve strength, balance, mobility, and functional movement at almost any age. Even people who begin exercising later in life can build muscle, improve coordination, and regain confidence in how they move. The body remains remarkably adaptable throughout the lifespan when it's given the opportunity to practice movement again. Your body isn't fragile, it's responsive, and it adapts to the movements you practice or the movements you stop practicing. And if your body adapts to what you practice, the next question is, what are you practicing? That's where something like Mosa On Demand can help. Our workouts are built around these fundamental movement patterns so you can start practicing the movements that keep you strong, mobile, and confident. You can start a free trial and have full access to our library for 14 days. We'll drop a link in the description. This is why certain movement patterns matter so much, not because they're exercises, but because they show up everywhere in daily life. Squatting, lunging, bending, rotating, getting from the ground to standing, walking. These are the fundamental ways the human body interacts with the world. And when we stay confident and competent in these movements, life stays easier. Now, in a previous video, we talked about the idea that you're not broken, you're undermoved. Today, we expanded that idea into movement health. In another session, I'll take a deeper look at those fundamental movement categories and why they matter so much for long-term independence. Because when one of these movements starts to feel difficult, the answer isn't always to avoid it. Often the answer is simply to practice it again. Now, aging itself isn't the biggest threat to independence. Inactivity is. When we stop moving in a variety of ways, our world slowly gets smaller. Confidence drops, participation in life drops. And when participation drops, movement health declines. But the opposite is also true. When movement fundamentals improve, confidence rises. When confidence rises, participation increases. And when participation increases, movement health improves. You don't need to become a fitness fanatic to maintain movement health. You simply need to keep practicing the movements your body was designed to do. Move often, move in different ways, move with intention. And that's one of the reasons programs like Move 30 exist, to help people practice the fundamental movements that support strength, balance, mobility, and confidence as we age. Movement health isn't about chasing youth. It's about protecting capability, feeling confident in your body, feeling comfortable in how you move, and maintaining the ability to do the things that make life full. Because the goal isn't just to live longer, the goal is to stay capable for the life you want to live. If the goal is to stay capable for the life you want to live, then the next step is simple. Keep practicing. Mosa On Demand gives you a structured way to do that, with workouts designed to build strength, mobility, and confidence over time. If you want a clear place to start, our Get Strong 28-day challenge gives you a simple plan to follow. We'll include the link below. Now, if you take one thing away from this conversation, let it be this. When something starts to feel harder than it used to, it doesn't necessarily mean you're broken. It might simply mean that that movement needs to be practiced again. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What's one movement that feels harder than it used to, but you'd like to get back? Let me know in the comments, and if you like this kind of content, simple, practical ways to make exercise work in real life, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next video.